Hello guys, so today I'll be teaching you how to make all the 9 tables for our DP101 final requirement. So first, you want to open the accumulated clean file that was pinned in our DP101 group chat. So what you want to do is to go to column U and click on it and insert a column to the right. So make sure the inserted column is at the end of letter A. Next, you want to label this column as average for academic support. Next, you go to the cell below that and type equals, then type average, then select and highlight all the cells that are under A. So starting from A1, which is cell J2, until A-4.3, which is cell U2. Then click enter. So if you have this option to autofill, you can click enter to autofill. But if you don't have that option, you just click on the cell and drag down. And drag all the way down to the last column. So you should drag it all the way down to cell 207. Next, you want to go to the end of the column B's, which is cell AB. Right click and insert a column to the right. Next, you want to label this cell as average for funding. Next, you do the same thing. You go to the cell below that, type equals, then average, then highlight all the B cells. Then click enter. And do the same for the rest of the cells. Next, at the end of column C, you do the same thing, insert another column, and then we label it as average for research culture. And find the average for all the C's. And lastly, at the end of the D column, you add a column to the right and label it average for research engagement. And you also find the average for the D columns. So once you're done making the D15 column, you download it and upload it to SPSS. For me, I'll download it as a CSV file. So once you've downloaded the file, you go to SPSS and click File, click on Import Data, and select whichever file you downloaded it in. So for me, since I downloaded it as CSV, I will click on CSV data. So once you've opened your file in SPSS, you want to start prepping our SPSS file. So first, let's put the labels in the labels column. So what we do is we copy this column and paste it into the label column. Next, we properly label each variable. So after properly labeling these variables, we also want to do the same for these variables from A until D. So to do that, we open the survey questionnaire that we sent out to our respondents, and we copy each corresponding question into the labels. So for A-1.1, we put it here. And we do the same for the rest. So once you're finished with properly labeling all of the variables, you can go ahead and make this column with smaller. So after that, what you want to do next is to input the values for the categorical variables. So let's start with sex. So 1 is male, 2 is female, and 3 is prefer not to say. Then click OK. So what you do is you follow these values. So next for age, 1 is below 30. Next for the marital status, we follow these values. Next for educational attainment, we follow these values. Next, we input these values for academic rank. Next, we input these values for employment status. To find the values to be placed in this cell, what we need to do first is to go back to this Excel file. Next, you add a new sheet, and in this sheet, you copy paste this cell H1 and paste it into the new sheet. Next, you copy cell I1 and copy it right beside the years in current institution. So next, you go to this cell and type minimum, and below that you type maximum or max. After that, you go to the minimum for number 7, question number 7, and type equals min. Then click on that option and go back to the other sheet and click on column H. Then click on enter. So now we know that the minimum value for years in current institution is 0.25. Next, to find out the maximum years in current institution, type equals, then type max and select that option. Go to the other sheet and select column H again and type and click on enter. So now we know that the maximum years value is 40. And we do the same for question number 8, which is years of teaching experience. So now we have the values of the minimum and the maximum for questions 7 and 8. So what you want to do next is to take the lowest number, which is 0.25, and the highest number, which is 41. So once you get these values, you want to go and ask ChatGPT to please categorize the minimum value to maximum value into clean intervals where the maximum values end in 0. So we just copy paste this. And we replace the minimum value with 0.25 and the maximum value into 41. So he will give you this answer, and this is what we will be using to input into the values in SPSS. So for question 7, in years in current institution, 1 will be labeled as 10 years and below, 2 will be 11 to 20, and so on. So once we're done inputting for question number 7, we also do the same for question number 8. So once we're done with that, we can move on to making table 1. So for table number 1, you want to go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies, and select these 6 variables. So from sex, age, marital status, educational attainment, academic rank, and employment status. Then click OK. Next, you will be deleting the columns percent and cumulative percent since Miss only wants the frequency and valid percent columns. So you double click on the table, then highlight the column, then click on delete. And you do the same for the rest. So next what you want to do is to click on the first table, then right click and select copy as, then click on image. Then you can directly paste it into your final requirement document. And you do the same for the rest of the 5 variables. So now you have 6 tables, and this counts as table 1. So for table 2, what you want to do next is to go on Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, then click on Descriptives, and select A1.1, hold Shift, and click on the down key all the way until average for academic support. Then select them as variables. Then you go to options, and we only need the mean and standard deviation. So just unclick minimum, unclick maximum, and check mean and standard deviation. Then click on continue, then click on OK. So now we have this table. We can just go ahead and right click on it, copy as image, and then paste it into your report. So for tables 3, 4, and 5, you will do the same steps for table 2, but instead of A, table 3 will be B, table 4 will be C, and table 5 will be D. So for table 3, you will go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, then on Descriptives, you deselect all these variables, and you want to select all the B's this time. So after inputting the B variables, including the average for funding, you check that it's only mean and standard deviation. Then click on continue, then click on OK. So once you get this table, just right click and copy as image. So for table 4, we do the same thing, analyze descriptive statistics, descriptives, and select and deselect all the variables and select the C variables, including the average. Then click on OK. So you want to right click, copy as image, and then paste it into your file. And lastly, we do the same for table 5, but this time with the D variables. So go to Analyze, Descriptive Statistics, Descriptives, deselect all the C variables, and then replace them with the D variables, including the average. Next, you copy as image and paste it into your file as table 5. So for table 6, we go to Analyze, Compare Means, and select Independent Samples t-test. Under Test Variables, we input Average of Research Engagement. So average of research engagement is the last column of the D variables. Under Grouping Variable, input Employment Status. So we select Employment Status and click on this arrow next to Grouping Variable. Click on Define Groups. For Group 1, we label 1, and for Group 2, we label 2. Next, we click Continue and OK. So we copy the table that has the SIG. So right-click on this table, then copy as image. Then paste it in your file under table 6. Now for table 7, we have to answer this question. Is there significant difference in research engagement according to a categorical variable of our choice? So it's up to you if you want to choose sex, age, marital status, educational attainment, or academic rank. For me, I would choose academic rank for this tutorial. So first we go to Analyze, then Compare Means, and select on One-Way ANOVA. Analyze, Compare Means, One-Way ANOVA. Under Dependent List, we put Research Engagement variable. So scroll down to Research Engagement, the last average, then Dependent. For the factor, we input whichever variable we chose. So for me, I chose the academic rank. So scroll up to the categorical variables and select academic rank and select the arrow beside factor. Then click OK. So now we get this table and we just copy as image and paste it into our file. Next, for table 8, we will analyze, then correlate, then click on bivariate. Analyze, correlate, bivariate. Next, we select 6 variables, which is the 2 questions of years and the 4 average variables. So the years in current institution and years of teaching experience. And also the average variables. So average for academic support, average for funding, average for research culture, and average for research engagement. So these are 6 variables in total. Next, we click on OK. Next, we have to look for the asterisk within the average research engagement row. So for our average for research engagement row, we can see that there are 3 asterisks, which is 0.710, 0.608, and 0.751. So we have to choose one of these 3 columns. So either academic support, funding, or research culture. So for me, I would choose funding. So next, you right click on the table, copy as image, and paste it as your table 8. So next for table 9, it will be based on table 8. We'll be running regression. So we will run only simple regression. So we will choose one out of the three from table 8. For me, I chose funding. So first, we go to Analyze Regression, then click on Linear. Regression, then Linear. For the dependent input average of research engagement, and under Independence, you input your chosen variable from table 8. So mine, I'll choose funding. So average for funding. Next, you click on OK. So what we need is the R square, which is under model summary, and the unstandardized B, which is under coefficients. So right click on model summary table, copy as image. Then paste it under table 9. And you do the same for the coefficients table, copy as image, and paste. So that's how you get all the 9 tables for the DP final requirement. So there are there are two instances where we will be having different values, which is for table 9 and for table 7. So that's all for this video. Bye bye.